Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how are you, Money? Hello, hi. We're going to start the lesson currently. Also known as the lesser enlightenment. The and the beginning of the first return. We also call so there are few names like a true young and the soft pew. So so we have the lesser, greater, and greatest currently. So the lesser enlightenment is you started to see the light, and we are working all the basic until fusion is opening for you to receive more light and wisdom. So the whole key, we're still talking about the Tao and the universe and us. And one thing that now we know very sure, which the West proved that this violet light fill up the whole universe. That's what the Europeans spend a lot of money in proving that. And they have intelligence and wisdom. And have the highest healing force and can be programmed. So we still working on the primordial sound. So this week we will go on the primordial sound, primordial force that we work in the healing love, and primordial light. So so the highest, the pure Tao is the violet light. And the important part of this lesser kindly is the beginning of in the Tao they call the secret of the golden flower. The flower of life. So this is what the West, they know the name as flower of life. And when the light combined with the true yang, the sexual energy, it becomes the secret of the golden flower. So the currently, actually, we say water and fire. And that is the first form of the petal of flower. And when we combine them to, when we have another currently form in here, so we call the light fire elements. So you have water, fire, wood, metal, and earth. And that is the first forming of the secret of flower, secret of golden flower. Or known as the flower of life. And this is what they are. So the water into the cauldron, or we call the earth. And the fire under the cauldron. And now we left the metal and wood. So when the metal creating more water, so we have endless supply of more water. And the wood try to burn like fire. So we dissolve the internal conflict. Okay. So the Tao very emphasize, changing the color. So the Tao very emphasize the five enlightenment. When you the soul and the spirit, you are that is the first enlightenment. Hello? Go ahead. And that's the first enlightenment. Second enlightenment, when you realize that you have a five baby soul and the spirit. That is the second enlightenment. And the third enlightenment is when you decide to accept the responsibility to raise and educating your soul and the spirit. And that is the third enlightenment. This is very important because the Tao said some people come to this world, they don't know that they have a soul and spirit. When they don't know that they have five baby soul spirit, they don't care about it. Like a person in the family, they have five baby and five baby. I think that he have to change his life. You're not going to go out to drink, drunk, and dancing until 3 o'clock in the morning. So they said, in the Tao said, when a person realized that, oh, I have the baby soul spirit, I need to take care of it, educating it, and that is the beginning of the journey into the spiritual work. So the fourth enlightenment is, the third enlightenment is when you decide to accept and responsible to raise and educating your soul and the spirit. That is your journey into the spiritual world. And the fourth alignment is when you have to find a practice that can help you to fulfill your dream or your duty. For me, I find the practice, so I think that this is going to work for me, and I like to teach and to get more people into it. And the fifth alignment is when you know you have a free soul and a spirit, you are enlightened. So we're going to start with the inner universe and the outer universe and the primordial light. We, in the basic infusion, we go to a lot of opening the mid-eyebrow, the crown, and the forehead, the crown, and the back of the skull. So all these things, we're going to use them a lot now. So important part is the triangle, because we're going to make the normal eye into a spiritual eye. So the normal eye capture a normal light. But when we cross the eye and lay a triangle, it turns the eye into spiritual eyes. And it can capture the primordial light, the true light. The tongue is very important. You can see the tongue the connection of all the points. like the front is connecting to the mid eyebrow, forehead here. So energy flow down. And in the middle, they're more connecting to the crown. When we move the tongue way back, it's connecting to the back of the skull, which is a very important point of the pole star. And the back of the skull, the moonlight. So very important part is the light come into us. Some people see light and they see light all the time, but the light is outside. You need to capture the light. So when you capture the light, your first thing, you're shining into the skull, in the brain, and the light shining into the brain. So in the Tao, we divide them into three, actually four, actually five. In the brain, empty space, the brain. No, four, yeah. So the four empty space, the brain, the chest, the abdominal, and the lower part, perineum. So the upper center we call wisdom center, the light center. The upper thoracic we call higher energy center. So and in the abdominal area we call the organ energy essence. So in the Tao, we refer that all this empty space is our universe. And the lower part on the lower abdominal we call the sexual energy essence. So all this empty space actually are filled up with energy, Qi. But when we are baby, a child, a healthy young man, the inside there is clean. And have light inside there. But later on, we have so many negative emotional, all kind of worry, and all kind of draining the body. So inner space So our inner space becomes dirty, very dirty. Filled up with so many negative emotional, and it's very cloudy and black. So the doubt regarding the inner space is our space here. That why we live in a very dirty space, very dirty air, you know. So when we have the light, we have a mirror on the back we call the optic nerve reflecting the light, and it go right into organ by organ, organ by organ, and fill up the whole empty space. Otherwise, our organ living in a very dirty space. The same thing, people sick and dying because of the environment are so dirty. So the heart have a link to the primordial light. So it can help because the heart can shining and radiance. So we have the inner, so inside the tree cavity, we have the inner space. And now, so now we're going to in your house or in your room, and that is we call the sixth dimension, the inner space. Sorry, the sixth dimension, the room. Because the room are so connecting with us. So we need to clean out the space, that means our room. So the inner space that we have and the sixth dimension, the room here. So we have front, back, left, right, up, down. So the universe have 4 dimensions. So inside the room we call sixth dimension. So the sixth dimension connecting to the 4 dimension. So when you started to clean out the inner space, the inner cavity, and when the inner space clean, the outer space, your room need clean. And the room connecting to the 4 dimension, the universe. That's why we need to keep the room, the house, the room clean. Now, the skin is the one that connecting into the universe outside. The skin, our skin. So when we do the skin breathing, you're breathing in to the space outside us. And you started to feel that you are breathing into the space, the universe. And the hair also can breathe. So the skin and hairs can breathe. So we can feel the light coming in. So the skin can breathe in the energy and light. Okay, so we're going to do this practice. So I guide you through this, the inner